Good morning, agents. rdwrer here with another ingress video, and today I'm coming to you from Carty Park. See, I got the scooter with me. Today I am revealing my dastardly plan for that dodecahedron that we made yesterday. It's kind of something that's been kind of bubbling around in my head for a little while here, and I thought I'd give it a shot. So basically what I did is for a few times yesterday and then once this morning, I went and hacked keys to a few portals that are kind of around the perimeter of my usual defensive fields. And today I went 2 kilometers in a single direction that lined up with 2 of those portals, and I threw layered fields off of them. It seems like a real simple solution, right? Or not even a solution, just like a real simple idea. Concept basically is these are the 100 portals that I will make sure are always up. If they are up, then I will go get keys, and if I have enough keys, then I'll go and throw layered fields and help the cycle score, help block any green links that might want to go through this area, because now I've got 2-kilometer links going outside of my normal radius of control. And if nobody touches these fields, then I have a week to get more keys for the next throw. And I think that's a pretty good idea. Now, obviously, this is going to all come to naught because I'm not going to be in town in a week or so here. Actually, less than a week. So this is just kind of an experiment right now, but I'm definitely going to keep up my recharging when I'm on the road. So hopefully, when I get back, all of my defensive fields will still be here, and I'll be able to rethrow these fields after a couple of quick key farming sessions. I'm also working on getting overclock activated on all of them, but that's kind of a slow process, especially since at least one of them doesn't exist in kind of the same way anymore. There's a portal called New Jerusalem Baptist Church that is now, I think they knocked down the church, and it's now like just the Rondo Commemorative Plaza's sort of event space, which is fine, but I don't know if that changes the likelihood of it being overclockable. In any case, yeah, I thought this was a really good use of my sort of standing fields, and gives me an opportunity to get AP, get MU, get links, fields, and explore a part of the city that I don't normally get to. Obviously, we've done Carty Park before, but I went all the way to, what is that, Western and Selby? Which is pretty far out for me. But if you're going in a straight line, it doesn't have to be all that complicated. In the past, when I've done layered fields on the scooter, I've had to go to, sort of 3 points in an equilateral triangle, like when I was doing that trip out to the Western Sculpture Park, and that is a lot more scooter juice than just going out and back. And even today, like, I did have to do a little extra to clear Machina and Enlightened links along the lanes that I was going to use, but it wasn't a whole lot of extra work, and my scooter's fine. it's just fine. I'm actually going to go and get more keys to a different part of my field so that I can maybe do this again tomorrow with a different field set, and we'll see how it goes. And I'll come back to you in a little bit with an update from the Intel Den, where I'll show you sort of how the fields look and how I would improve it, honestly, because there were a couple of things that I could have done better. But I'll see you in the Intel Den in a little bit, agents. All right, agents, I'm back in the Intel Den, and that was a nice little adventure there. Certainly got a little bit done. Just take a look at the Intel map here. You can see my little pointy fields are stretching out from where my normal defensive fields are. And I think that was a pretty good decision. Obviously, it's not a lot of MU. It's probably a total of like under 10,000, but every little bit helps. And if I can keep that up, I can keep, getting more and more score here and there. Though it's a little bit tricky, obviously. The area that I want to go tomorrow to throw those fields is kind of filled up with blue blockers, so I may decide that I want to do a different path. I haven't really figured out which direction I'd want to go if it weren't that one. Or I might do something else completely different tomorrow. I'm not sure. Um, but it does seem like, yeah, the initial plan that I had is maybe not going to work. But I said I was going to talk about some things that went well and some things that maybe could have gone better. Things that went well, I do like the concept of going out and doing just a 2 kilometer field so that you can sort of grab the outer layer first and then link along the spine going towards your anchors. That meant for a lot less planning. I didn't have to like sit there and draw it on Intel and refer to Intel a bunch of times to make sure that I was doing the right thing. But on the flip side, I think I made a couple of mistakes and I could have gotten bigger layers if I had planned it out a little bit better. Specifically, I started with a portal that was like just north of Selby, and that excluded a lot of the portals that were on Selby from the fields, because the sort of the south anchor that I was using was really close to Selby. So if I'm too far north of Selby, then it cuts off a lot of Selby. And yeah, hopefully that is clearer from the game footage than it is when I'm just describing it. But yeah, I think the idea is pretty sound. It's just a matter of doing it correctly. And yeah, I don't know. Overall, I'm pretty happy with it. I don't know what I would call this though. Maybe the sun fields, because it's kind of like the center is this the round part of the sun, and then we've got the pointy bits representing the beams coming out. I know it's kind of a juvenile, an adolescent version of the sun, but nevertheless, it's what it looks like. So, what are we gonna do? Whether or not I'm gonna do every side of these fields, I don't know. I think I'd have to rethink a couple of the perimeter portals if I wanted to do every single one, because right now there's a few sides of the fields that are just not quite right. They have really short links between the portals on the outside. So I might have to let a couple of portals decay, or like add new portals and replace other ones. I don't know, but there's definitely some stuff that I could do slightly better here. If this is like what I'm aiming for, I could do a couple of things a little bit better. So I'm gonna start thinking about that, and certainly as I'm on the road, I'll have a lot of time to plan for when I get back. So we can see if I have any bright ideas while I'm driving out to Houston, and hopefully that'll give me an opportunity to improve things when I get back. But for now, this is just kind of an experiment, and we'll see if I'm motivated to do something with this when I am no longer on the road, but that is some time from now, so I'm not rushing to come to any decisions about this. The alternative, I guess, is that I could just simply keep throwing this sort of one field over and over again, especially since I'm sure that somebody will come and destroy it at some point. So yeah, I don't know. There's a few options there. Anyways, I have rambled on quite a lot today for what is, in principle, a relatively short video. So I'll wrap this up relatively quickly. First of all, just a reminder, if you can click the like button, it helps the YouTube algorithm recommend this video to more people. If you can click the subscribe button, you'll know when my next video comes out. And if you have any ideas, or if you saw anything that I did wrong, go ahead and throw that in the comments, because that's where it's easiest for me to see feedback. Plus, again, it helps the algorithm. In the description, you'll find a couple of links. The first is to my Patreon page, where you can support me financially, because this is currently my only source of income, and I would really appreciate it if you could help me out there. It's only $5 a month, and that works out to about 17 cents per daily video, which, especially as we get into the Houston trip, is going to be some pretty good value for money. And just to mention that there are a few people over there who are currently supporting me, and as of right now, they are BigBadaBoom, Minnesota Resistance, and Teri Lynn. Thank you all so much for your help. And the other link in the description is to my gaming channel, where I am doing longer form content on open world games. And if you like this, you'll probably enjoy the series that I'm doing over there right now, because it's a strategy game and it's based on the Lord of the Rings. It's very nerdy. It's a lot of fun for me. And hopefully it'll be a lot of fun for you too. Right now, I think we're starting, I think this is maybe the first or second day of 2 videos a day. Oh no, it's the second day of 2 videos a day. I'm gonna do that until my trip starts, because I want to give, a little bit of an oomph. I'm not actually sure if I'm going to be able to record my gaming videos from the road, or at least not the same ones. So yeah, partly I'm just getting a little bit of a backup in case I'm not able to record for a little while, because my gaming laptop exists and I'm able to bring it with me, but I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to find an hour and a half every day to record one of these videos, because they do get long. So yeah. But that's it from me. Thank you all so much for watching once again, and hopefully you all are doing fun things in Ingress today yourself. That's it from me today, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.